Okay, we're going to show you how to post a listing on StageBuddy.com. This whole listing section is going to be revised very soon, but in the meantime, this is how you do it. First thing, you'd go log in, because you have to have an account. If you don't have an account, you can create one in about 2 minutes, but we're going to assume, this is me, and we're going to assume that you're already have an account, and we sign in. We can start a new listing or update a listing. Let's do start a listing for now. So I'm going to go. Just so you know, screen 1 is all about your actual show itself. For example, if you're a band, it's who's in the band and what is the band, links to the band. If you're in a theatrical show, it's pictures of your cast and description of the show, but it doesn't have anything about the venue. Screen 2 is all about the venue. So you can put in your venue dates and times. The great thing about separating these is that you can re-put in your general show information and then change your venue very quickly. Let's start with just giving it a name of the show. This should be the name of your band, your show, whatever would be the way people would find your information easiest. So let's call it Dog Show in this case. I'm just going to make a test. Actually, you know what? Let's just call it test. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of that later. What category do we want this in? Is it a comedy? Well, then the question would be, is it a theatrical comedy? Or is it a comedy like stand-up or improv? There is a big difference of where it's put, so be careful of that. And there's all sorts of other sections. If you don't find your section in there, one place that a lot of things are being put in right now is the other section. That's going to be opened up very soon, and we're going to have a lot more categories. So, but for now, if you don't see your category, either call us or probably just put it under other. Let's put this under other. I don't know what kind of a show it is. Now, that's the main place that's going to show up. But the next place that also will be categorized is category 2 and category 3. Those won't be the first way it shows up, but those will be optional. We do say please don't use them unless they unless you really do fit into multiple categories. The next thing is your synopsis. This is where you would put in a full description of your show and all sorts of other information. What we would request is that you do not put in information that's going to be in other sections. For example, your website and things like that do not have to go here. Your cast and crew information can go here. This is optional, completely optional. If you really want to categorize it, you can click this button down here, and then it's all delineated even more so. And you can even define your own category. This will show up nicer than the other one, but let's just put cast info. That's good enough for now. Now at this stage, when we filled this whole thing out, you can press the save button if you're worried about losing a connection, something going wrong. It's a good recommendation every so often. When you get up to certain milestones, you can save your work. The next thing we're going to go to is uploading videos and pictures. We can choose a file. We'd browse for our file on our local computer, and let's take a doggy picture and let's put it up there. We can give it an actual title that we want to see. Doggy. Okay. Now, one thing about these files I'm going to upload, you don't want the file to be too big. If you have this huge file, the system will reject it. So keep your file sort of web safe. We have this list here of an order. The first one becomes the main picture. If you have another picture, let's do this. Let's get another one. Let's call it Dog 2. You'll see that it starts becoming, there's an order, and we can also choose which is the main picture. Right now, if we click on this button right here, it switches that this will be the main picture. This is working fine. Right now on the system, what's not quite working fine is this order button. I don't really recommend trusting it, unfortunately. It'll go pretty much in the order that you load them in. Okay, so what if you want to add, let's say, a YouTube video instead of a picture? We can just click on this. Now we need to put in an embed code. Let's see what that means. I'm going to go to YouTube. We're going to search for dogs. Okay, we got some dog things here. Let's pick this one. And there's a YouTube video going, and then we want to take this embed. So we go share, and then we go embed, and that's the code we want to take. So we can just copy that, and we're going to paste it over here. Okay, call it our video, or our trailer, or something like that. Okay, and then we can save it. So that comes up over here, and it'll be in our order. Now at this point you may be wondering, how do I see my progress? There's 3 buttons at the top of the whole screen or at the very bottom of the whole screen. Either way, it's the same thing. And when you click on any of these buttons to go from section 1, 2, 3, it'll automatically save your work as what you've done so far. So let's go check and publish and see what this is looking like. We have our pictures and we have our video. The great thing about this page is it tells you what you're missing. So on page 2, since we haven't started it yet, we see a whole bunch of things missing. And it even gives a suggestion of stuff that you don't have to do, but you might want to do. Okay, let's go back to page 1. Let's continue our process. We could do an MP3 upload if you want. I'm not going to show it right now, but it's the same idea. We can put in the website to the show, which is a great thing. Or you can put in other websites. Maybe you have a Facebook page you want to put in here, or anything you want to put that's related to your show and information about your show. It's not necessarily ticketing. There's another place for that, though. Reviews, you might want to put like a long title over here for a New York Times review, but then you just write New York Times here, so people don't have to see that long link. These are all optional. You don't have to do these. It's just extra things in case you want to. You can put in your show running time and if there's an intermission. Is there 1 intermission, 2 intermissions? Do you just not know? You don't have to include this, but it's nice if you know it and you can put it in for people. So now we're on page 2. And let's choose a venue. Now you can choose it from a list. You can type in a first letter. Let's say if I jump to S, and there's the Sanford Meisner Theater. So let's say it's playing there, and we can put that in, and all the information comes in automatically for you. So usually you shouldn't have to add a venue because we have almost every venue in the city already in here. But if for some reason you do need, if you're not seeing it there, you can just click on Add Venue. And you can put in, please put this in as accurately as possible. And you can put in your own theater information. But like I said, you shouldn't have to do that. Like always, with any of this, just give us a call anytime. Okay, so you can put in your date. Now the date function is in need of an update. There's vast improvements we can make to this, and we will be very soon. We can put in 1 date at a time. So let's say it's August 21st. We can click on August 21st. And let's say it's at 8 p.m. And we can save it. And then we close. And there you go. On 8 p.m. on August 21st, that's when this show is. Let's say we need to do a range of dates. Let's say we're starting from a certain date. Let's say this show starts August 10th. And the show is going to run until, I don't know, let's say September 25th is fine. Let's do that. Or maybe it just repeats forever. Maybe the show's just going on and on and on, and then at some point we'll just delete it from the system. I'd recommend not doing this if you can help it. We'd rather have an end date for obvious reasons. So once again, I'm just going to, let's do this, and I'll make it the 15th. That's fine. And this here. Okay, so what we can do is we have 2 places to put in times. We could say that, let's say, all these times, well, let's do all of these times at 8 p.m. the show is going to go on. And let's say on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. the show is going to go on. Now, what if you have more other times that you want to put in? Well, we can come back for that. Let's just save this so far. So we're going to do our 8s and our 7s. And there you go. It's going to be filled out. And let's just do it again to put in more times. Okay, so as far as ticketing goes, you can autofill from a previous show if you want to put information from something else you've done. You want to also then put in a ticketing range. If you say free, there is a little bug in the system. You want to type in free as well here. Otherwise, it may not show up properly. One of the things we need to fix. Also, if your show is under $20, you can put that. It will show up for under 20, 20 to 50, and over 50. It will show up in the system as that automatically. You don't necessarily have to write in some text. But there's some confusion as to, well, what if it is $20? Well, I would suggest just list it as under 20 because that's right on the cusp of 20, and it makes your show look better. what you then should write is any description that you need. So let's say it's $15 tickets, and let's say you even have some kind of a thing going on. Maybe it's $15 and up. Good thing is to list your lowest price. That way the most amount of people will be able to see your show. They'll be searching for low price tickets. And maybe there's something you can write. Maybe it's $12 for students with valid ID or something like that. You can come up with anything you want. Okay, the next thing are the sale of tickets. You can put in the website that you are selling tickets. Maybe it's your own website, or maybe it's Ovation or some other ticketing service. You can put in their box office phone. You can put a direct link to your tickets, would be better than just their .com. So maybe .com / an ID of what your show is, then a box office phone number or some way of getting either in touch with you or, maybe if it's Ovation tickets, then maybe them. StageBuddy doing your ticketing. Give us your phone number. We are going to be starting ticketing soon, so we can put you on for maybe knowing that in the future you want to do that with us. Also, promo. This is very important. If you want to run any kind of a promotion, what happens is you can just click here and you can just scribe what your discount is. Your discount could be, let's say, $5 off or 20% off or anything you want to do, buy one, get one free. Whatever your deal is, it's going to show up on the StageBuddy system at the top and in our deals, and your show will be highlighted. Sometimes we also pick out shows from the deals, people that have done this, and that's what gets on the front page videos, and we talk about it. So there's definitely an incentive to give a deal to the StageBuddy fans, because your show will definitely get noticed a lot more if you do that. So just click this button and write in what the deal is right here. We go to check and publish, and we see, okay, no theater venue was selected, I think because I went away and I came back. So let's just, here, I'm just going to put something there. Okay. And let's go to, there we go. The box office phone we didn't put in, but that's okay. We get to see all of this. We get to see all of the information. Obviously, I didn't fill everything out. And then when we're ready, if it all looks good, we just press publish and it will be in our system. And there you go. If you have any questions or if you need to figure out something, just call this number. That's our office phone, and we're happy to help you all the time. So we just showed you how to start a new listing, but let's show you how to update an existing listing. If you've done the listing, you can go back to it. Now, let's go to, let's say, the test dog show. That's the one we did before. Now, what if you didn't do the listing? Let's say we did the listing and you want to update a listing that we did over here or somebody else did. Well, very simple. Just give us a call. Tell us your account name. And we will, if you're the producer or the person in charge, we'll just verify this. And then we will transfer it into your account. And you'll be in charge of the listing and you'll be able to control it, and it'll come up on here. So just give us a call anytime. Okay, so let's go. And we can update this information. What if you're a comedian or a band and you play different venues at different times? Well, we do have a way around this. Once again, this is another function that's going to be improved very soon. But what you can do is you can start a new listing. So let's say you already set something up for one night. Let's call up our dog show. There's our listing from before. And see, it gets filled. The name isn't there because we may want to call this a different name, but we could also just call it Test Dog Show again. And we want to put in a category because maybe it's a different category now. But basically, see, all your pictures and everything show up automatically. Now, what's the advantage of this? Well, that way you don't have to type. If there's a lot of stuff to type, you don't have to type it in again. But your venue and date and all that is not filled out. So that way you can quickly go and put in a new venue, new time information, and you can do these listings fast. That way you can play one bar one night and another bar another night, or whatever it is, and you can do multiple listings. Maybe not as good as it will be in the future, but at least this is a way to get it done. I hope this has helped you. We definitely are looking to improve our system. But this is how right now you can publish anything you want onto StageBuddy. It's free to do, as you know, and it only takes a few minutes. You don't have to fill out everything. Just fill out the things that are needed. Have fun with it, do great shows, and we hope to see you on StageBuddy.com.